More behind-the-scenes interviews with the cast of Disney's John Carter. Join us as we talk with Dominic West. So what is it like to play a bad guy?
Well, it's usually he's the guy who gets the best jokes, you know, and also it's quite liberating to be able to have a license to give vent to all those emotions and feelings that one isn't allowed to give vent to in ordinary life, like wanting to kill everyone and take over the world.
Yeah, not cool.
Yeah, it doesn't go down too well in the
but
high
on
street.
Film, it's fantastic.
On film is great, and you get to wade into a crowd of stuntmen and beat them up, and they can't touch you, so there's a lot of perks with being the bad guy.
And it was must have been a very physical film to be a part of. I heard you did 2 weeks of solid fight training.
No, I think it was near a month. I think was it only 2 weeks? No, I think it was nearer 4. But we did. Yeah, it took quite a long time for me, because to learn the style of the fighting and the sword play and the choreography, and so I worked pretty hard on that. And then we were flying around on wires as well, which was fairly physical, and I didn't do nearly as much as Taylor, but it was I enjoyed it, because I actually used to do that in a circus about 10 years ago. So
I heard
it
that.
was good to be back in the harness.
Yeah, you might. And were you the leader because you had so much training in your circus training before?
No. I was bad at the circus, and I wasn't very good at this one, but I was used to it.
So who do you think should go to see this film? Because it's a great love story, and it's got some great morals in it.
Yeah, I think it's sort of, I suppose that's the point, really. It's a family movie and appeals to everybody, and I think for the guys, it's got well, I loved it because of the weapons and the fights and the spaceships and the beautiful girls, and I think for the ladies, there's an amazing heroine, and it's a romance, and it's beautiful looking guys too.
Yeah, it's really fantastic to see the realm. It's a smart film as well, I think.
Yeah.
Talking about the different worlds, and I read that Andrew Stanton, the director, would actually take you each through the scenes, because you literally had to imagine so much of it in your head.
Yeah, and that was one of the advantages of him having an animation background, was that a lot of the scenes were already filmed in animation, and so you could see exactly certainly what the camera was doing and what it sort of would look like, which it obviously helps a lot, because it's difficult to imagine when it's mainly just green screen above head height. But even that didn't prepare me for what the final film looked like, and that just blew me away. I thought, oh my God, that's what we were in.
Yeah, what was that like when you first saw it?
Well, it was great. I mean, I suppose things like you spend 3 or 4 weeks in a giant studio in London with a huge set that goes up to about 50 feet, but I had no idea that familiar sort of studio set was going to have another several hundred feet of wall and ceiling and vista and spacescape, and so it was thrilling to see it all in its final form.
When you heard that you got the part, did you think about it in terms of history? Because this story is over 100 years old, and people have been trying to make this film, different people, for years. What was that like when you found out?
Well, I didn't actually know the books before I met Andrew, but I was sort of, because like most people, I'd seen his Pixar movies, and I thought, well, if he can do it, if anyone can do it, he can do it. Mm-hmm. And it was something he'd been passionate about since he was a child, and I suppose now finally we've got the technology to make these sort of films, and like so many films that are coming out now, it's the first time we've been able to do it, and it's a great period of film history, really, that we're in.
What were some of your favorite scenes as an actor to play?
Well, the fights were fun. They were really fun, particularly the ones with me and Taylor one-on-one. That was really fun, because he's a good guy and he was fun to be with, and he's also a total pro and was working really hard, and so I think I enjoyed those a lot. I enjoyed a couple of court scenes, because I had a few friends in there from fellow London actors who were quite funny, cracking jokes.
It's the stuff that happens behind the scenes that are sometimes your favorite parts.
Because with anything of this scale, of epic like this, there's a very thin line between total farce and an epic adventure, and very often we'd fall off into farce. So it was always fun.
Okay, so John Carter coming on March 9th. Thanks so much for being with us, Dominic.
Thank you very much.